love it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. Today I'm sharing with you a Seth Street Fighter 4 paint-up statue I just finished. Now, excuse the background, I haven't had a chance to get to a fabric store, and it's just been kind of hectic lately, so I can't use the other fabric because he kind of blends into it, so I just had this other black, and just bear with it for now. I'll get stuff better down the line, but I just wanted to share them off before I sent them out to the client. So basically, this is Seth, and went for color 1. Now, didn't want to go flat colors because I'm trying to capture what Seth looks like in the game. In the game, if you play Street Fighter 4 a lot, you notice that Seth is very shiny and very metallic-y looking in a sense, because when Seth uses his super, his ultra, he gets very flat and he loses all his color and his brightness. So I'm trying to capture what he would look like in the game, because if you play Street Fighter 4 in the very sunny stages, he's got like a yellowish tint, like he's reflecting the yellow light. If you play at the night stages, he's got kind of like a cool blue tint to him because he's reflecting the post lamps and all that stuff. So this is what I was trying to capture, and I'm trying to capture that look because this way, if you have him in a warm room with warm lights, you'll get that yellowish kind of tint to him. If you have him in blue lights, cooler lights, you'll get the blue-white look to him. So that's what I was going for, and this is what happened. So, to start it off, his circle in the center, the bottom is a gloss white, the top is a gloss black. I misted some outclad chrome, not a lot, just enough, just to get some kind of a reflective light. But the blue line going across and the two blue circles, those are heavy outclad, but I didn't completely mask them off and go perfect, because in the game they kind of glow. So that's what I was kind of capturing. I wanted to try something different than just flat colors, and just, I really wanted to make it look like that's like a ball separate spinning in him. I didn't want to make it look flat where it's kind of all blending together. So I gloss coated that very heavily. So in a sense, trying to get that feel that it is something in there and it could be spinning, So it's very gloss and very shiny in different lights. And if you have a darker lit room, you get really heavy, it really pops out a little bit more. So then what I went with is pearlized white going around here, because in the game it's kind of a little bit different than the skin. So I tried to come up with something a little bit there. So I just went pure pearlized white, and I didn't go shadows on it because I figured the pearlized white will really give you that look. So this way, when you turn him and you look at him in areas, the sculpt is working more than trying to foreshadowing on it. So that's kind of what I was going for. Now onto the skin. Basically, the skin. At first, I mixed up a special batch of, chrome silver with some Garage Kits acrylic chrome, and I wanted to get not make them look super reflective, but in different lights you get that sheen and shine and all that. So it was very heavily silver at first. So then afterwards, what happened was toned it down with some pearlized white mixed with regular white. So I kind of hit it downwards in a way. So I kind of went in this direction, started hitting all the highlight areas. By doing that, I started to create a little bit of a texture going into the shadows, which was kind of cool and started working for me. Because instead of just shadows, highlights, and that was it, going downwards, it was kind of speckling a little bit, and I started creating a texture. So it actually worked, and I liked it, so I kept doing it. So it's very heavily, pearlized whites and stuff up in here going down and everything, and then all this under here is all shadowing and stuff. Now there is a lot of blue shadowing and black. The camera might not be picking it up because of the pearls and all that mixed into it, but in person it's very different. So kind of worked out pretty good, and I started to like the way it was going. And the veins have shadows under them, but it's not as prominent, and you might not be picking it up in the camera, but it's definitely there. And you didn't want to go too heavily with the shadows, but enough where in different angles and different lights you're really seeing stuff. So this is the whole entire thing I was going for with this Seth. I wanted color player 1. I wanted him shiny. I wanted him to look like the big badass boss, compared to if you have him next to other Street Fighter statues, he really stands out, and he's that boss, and he's just that badass. So that's kind of what I went with. And for the eyes, basically it's a very dark shadows, and then what I did is kind of glossed it with Future 4 polish, and then I painted on Garage Kits acrylic chrome so it looked very chromy, which was kind of cool. And then I went over it with some clear blue, so you get that, like, you know, glowing eye look, like he's like, yo, come on, I'm gonna beat you. So that's kind of where I went with Seth, and hopefully you guys like the way he turned out. Pretty cool statue. He's definitely, you know, he's up there. So what I'll do is I will kind of, let's see if I can do a little bit of a shadowing type thing, so let's see what he'll look like in a darker type of room. So yeah, it's kind of it's kind of hard. I gotta get a better setup in a way, but so you get kind of that feel that, you know, he's shiny, but he's not, you know, over metallic-y, and he's got kind of like a cool little bit texture going, as you can see. And when the light hits him, he gets very shiny type thing. So hopefully you guys like the way he came out. It was a lot of fun. I wanted to try something different. Didn't want to go flat. But, you know, as far as Seth in the game, he's you know, a lot of the other characters have color 1, color 2, all the way to color 10, and some of them, like, you know, like Sagat, you just color the shorts, or like Ryu, you're just coloring the outfit. But Seth, I mean, you're coloring the whole body, you know, which is kind of cool. So you can, whatever your favorite color is, you can really, you know, pick that color and have fun with it. So hopefully you guys like the way he came out. It was a pretty cool setup. And the last thing, just a little tidbit, what I did with the base is there's a pin in this foot, and then over on this foot it's magnetized. I didn't want to just do one pin. I wanted him to really, like, connect to the base because it's very thin. So basically, if you lift them up, the base isn't really going anywhere because this is magnetized and that's pinned in pretty well. So he's pretty good. It's you know, because he is kind of top heavy. You could, if you hit him if you have him on the wrong shelf, he'll almost could, but he's pretty sturdy. It's pretty well done. Very good sculpt. So hopefully you guys like the way he came out, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.